From my wife. You know, getting to have 2 dogs came with some conditions. Feeding them in the kitchen is one of them. I'm not allowed to feed them my food. They only eat food from the dog bowl, which I'm grateful for actually. Hey, I'm Curtis Stone and this is my pet tale. So we have 2 dogs, they're brothers. Their names are Sammy and Webster. They're goldendoodles and they're about 1.5 years old. I always grew up with dogs, and my wife did as well, and we were talking about what we should do for our boys, because we have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we thought getting them a dog each would be fun, ridiculous but fun. And then we got into like a little bit of a husband-wife conflict, whether we should have 1 dog or 2, and believe it or not, I won. It's probably the first thing I've ever won in our relationship. But we decided to get 2 dogs, and we let them name them themselves. So we went to meet the whole litter of pups, and we met these 2 beautiful little fluffy things. I mean, goldendoodles are the cutest pups you've ever seen in your life. And they just had to be a part of our family. Our kids just picked 1 up each, and it was like magic. It was beautiful. My kids and my dogs have a real love-hate relationship. They love them most of the time, but every now and then they're like, "Sammy, get off me!" and they can't wait to get them outside. My dogs don't differ personality-wise. It's like 2 dogs sharing the same brain. We have actually nicknamed them Dumb and Dumber as they've gotten a little older. They look very similar. They quite often pick up a sort of chewy toy, and they'll have half of it each, and they walk around like the same dog. Webster is very independent. He just lounges around and does his own thing. Sammy is like my shadow. He's literally 1 step to my side at all times when I'm in the house, which is beautiful and friendly, but also slightly annoying at times. If my dogs could talk, they'd be very appreciative of their situation. Their father happens to own a butcher shop, so they get nice scraps. There's a saying in the UK, he's as fit as a butcher's dog, and if you think about it, a butcher's dog should be a pretty happy dog, and mine are. I talk to my dogs all the time, you know, sometimes when they're not even there. You know, when there's no one at home, they're my best mates, and you know, yeah, they're pals. It'd be embarrassing if the neighbours heard. You know, a family home is only really a home when there's dogs in it. You know, I just coming home and hearing those tails wag and hearing them tap dance across the floorboards, as my wife calls it. It's a beautiful thing. You know, it's sort of, it makes the house a home.